Good morning, Mr. President. I'm Omer, the head demographer for Algeria, and today I would like to present to you the population issues our country is facing and provide you a concise plan for an optimum population. Let's start with the fertility rate for Algeria. This is the fertility rate from 1800 to present. We had a constant and very high fertility rate for around 120 years continually until 1920 from 1800, as you can see in the graph. Around 12 years after World War I, the Great Depression took place, which was the deepest and longest lasting economic downturn in the history of Western industrialized world. So at this period, around 1929 to 1939, the fertility rate increased in Algeria. Then for 20 years, from 1950 to 1970, the fertility rate in our country stayed constant and very highest at its peak of 8 children per woman, um, which is quite high comparing to the world. From then till 2000, the fertility rate in our country exponentially decreased and at a constant rate to the replacement level approximately. From 2000 till present, there is a slight increase in fertility rate. Secondly, this is the child mortality rate in Algeria from 1800 till present. We had a constant and very high child mortality rate for around 220 years continually until 1920 from 1800, just like the fertility rate. Due to the two world wars which took place in between 1914 to 1945, the child mortality rate decreased due to a decrease in birth rate. After the World Wars and Great Depression, the medical and health status refined as health discoveries improved due to better economic condition. As the economic and medical discoveries got better, Algeria's child mortality rate decreased and decreased to an optimal level. Within a time span of 200 years, our country has brought the mortality rate from 500 to 26, which is quite good. Thirdly, this is Algeria's life expectancy from 1800 till present. Algeria's life expectancy from 1800 to 1840, 1850 to 1870, 1880 to 1900 remained at a constant and same rate, but from 1840 to 1850 and 1870 to 1880, very low life expectancy occurred. This is an outlier to the graph. The cause for this is the World War and Algerian War, which occurred during these times. Then, from 1900, the life expectancy of Algeria has been exponentially increasing till present. Currently, Algeria's life expectancy is 75 years. Fourthly, this is the graph for population growth in Algeria from 1960 till present. The population growth annual percent has been almost stable from 1960 till present. The population growth slightly increased at 1965 to 1970 due to the fact that Algeria received its independence from France in the early 60s and the medical and health status improved from the late 1960s after the independence of Algeria. This can be connected to the fertility rate as in its graph the fertility rate was decreasing at a constant rate from 1960 till 2000, which also means that Algeria's population were moving on to stage 2, early expanding youthful according to the demographic transition model. Then let's move on to distribution and density for Algeria currently. This is Algeria's population density and distribution currently. Algeria's population density is 16.4 people per square mile. This is because most people in Algeria live in the north, so more than 90% of Algeria's land has no people because they are deserted. In these thematic and physical map, the population density and distribution of Algeria is being presented. We can analyze in these maps that more than 90% of the people are living in the north of Algeria. Therefore, the three reasons behind this is one, the economic capital is Algiers, which is located in the north, and all cities in general are in the very north of Algeria. Two, the very high populated in Algeria is at the very north due to the Mediterranean Sea, which is a vital part for shipping and logistics, which is one of the most popular businesses in Algeria and neighboring countries. Three, the Saharan desert is everywhere in Algeria except the very north, which is virtually the only mass land in Algeria. Now let's move on and analyze the population pyramids for past, present, and future population status. 1960, 2010, 2060 of our country. Population pyramids of our country. The first population pyramid is from 1960 for Algeria. This population pyramid shows that Algeria was still in stage 1, expanding to stage 2. Stage 1 means that the birth rate and death rate are both high. This stage occurred because of famine and poor medical knowledge of Algeria and the world at 1960. The second population pyramid is in 2010. This pyramid shows that Algeria is in stage 3 in the demographic transition model, which proves that we are a newly industrialized country, which also means that we have a falling birth rate and fast falling death rate. The last population pyramid is in 2010, 2016. This pyramid shows that Algeria will be in stage 4, which means that it will have both low birth and death rates. Hence, Algeria will be an MEDC in 50 years. Overpopulation and GDP per capita. According to the calculations done in the slide, the Algerian population is 7.29 times too large for an optimum population. And referring to the graph in the slide, the GDP per capita is almost constant and very low due to high birth rate and overpopulation as a factor affecting it. This conveys that our country's economy has not improved much from the past decades. This graph is Algeria's net migration from 1960 to 2015. As seen from the previous slide, our country is 7.29 times overpopulated. So the solution for an optimum population for our country is to maximize our GDP per capita as immigration and maximize job opportunities for the unemployed not immigrating, which will lead to a maximized GDP per capita. Finally, I'll list out a multiple point plan for Algeria to achieve an optimum population. One, bring fertility rate down to the replacement level, 2.1 children per woman by two-child policy, similar to China's one-child policy. Two, improve healthcare with latest technologies in hospitals, in place hospitals in lower populated areas, and provide total free healthcare for young and old dependents. Three, accept migrants and persuade states to accept immigrants from Algeria. Thank you for listening, Mr. President.